Where?
Right there. I walked by. I thought it was birch bark, but it's him laying in a ditch. Hey guys, welcome to the 2025 deer season. Pretty much had a season plagued with other people hunting right on top of me. I've never seen it so bad, but anyway, here's the video. It was a bittersweet season. My wife was able to fill her first tag ever. So that was the sweet part about it. The rest of it really sucked. I hunted real hard. Had hundreds of hours in the scouting for this year. Had a couple of really great 10 points on camera heading into bow season. They were coming in super consistent. Really thought I was going to be able to seal the deal on one. One I've had on camera for the last 4 years, and he's been super elusive, but I think I finally had him pinned down to a spot, and as you'll see in the video, everything kind of just got blown out after the second week of bow season. Everything kind of just went to pieces. So anyway, it was frustrating. Still got a few deer coming on camera now. I'm going to go out and do some more scouting here today. It's the end of November, and the deer are still moving around quite a bit. It's starting to get cold, a lot of snow coming, so just going to move some cameras around and get everything situated for next year and try to come up with a better plan, I guess. So anyway, here's the video. So it's October 10th. Bow season started on Monday. Today's Friday. I'm going to do a hang and bang with an old ladder stand tonight. An old river's edge. Off to a bad start though. Get in here. When I was setting this up, that caught on the top ladder run. And of course, the rangefinder fell out. Look at this. Still works, but. And then checked the batteries, or I brought batteries to check on the camera because it was dead. It's full of water. Well, it was a fun hunt. First seen that little bull moose. Then there was 2 does that walked by. And then probably 45 minutes after that, there was a spike that came in the other direction. So I waited a little bit longer because sometimes there's a pretty good 10-point travel in there. And sometimes when that spike goes by, he'll come by 10 or 15 minutes later, but didn't appear to be with him today. But it's fun having them right in close within 30 yards like that. It's Thanksgiving. We got today off. Of course, yesterday, Sunday, it was the last Sunday of the year that we couldn't hunt, and had a 10-point in here quite a bit, off and on, pretty much all morning. It's Sunday, October 19th. I hunted yesterday with Gage. We didn't see anything. Kind of rained all day. I thought we might have luck here today. Pretty much every deer I had on camera was by here last night. So I'm suspecting some good mid-afternoon, like mid-morning movement probably, but Sunday, October 26th. We didn't see nothing yesterday. I mean, I feel like a lot of the movement right now is kind of like midday and like 2 in the morning. Seeing lots of fresh tracks. Okay, there's a change of plans. There is some smoking fresh, huge buck tracks right there. So I figured instead of going up to the scrape, which is just up, basically it's just up there. It's probably like 100 yards, 120 yards that way. But they're traveling both sides of this little brook. And they're crossing the banks. And I've got one little window right into there that I can shoot. Or if they cross and come up over here, the fresh trail's right here. They travel all up and through there. So I'm only 2 sticks high, but being on the big bank here, I'm actually probably like 20 feet in the air, so. I love a good snack. My wife loves to cook, and I've always got like cake or biscuits or something. There's been something walking over there for the last 10 or 15 minutes. You can hear a few things break and you can hear it walking, so I'm going to give it a little grunt. It sounds like it's going away. There's a fairly fresh scrape there. There's like rubs, historical rubs and everything everywhere in here. So many snakes around. The cameras were actually quite active last night, so I've got fairly high hopes for this morning's sit. Yesterday morning there was a few deer here right at daylight. Again, I'm only coming in just right at legal time because that way I can check the cuts coming in. It wouldn't be the first time I've shot one out of the cut first thing in the morning, and that way, if you spook something, at least you'll see it. Okay, this is a prime example of why I like walking in at daylight. I get almost to my blind. And that 6-point is in here looking at me. He's right there. He's gonna walk right by me too. Now he's curious. Okay, good. He's not paying any attention to me now. He's about 100 yards away now. I hope he gets in the woods soon so somebody doesn't see him and shoot him. Well, that's a huge piss off. I'm sitting here, hear some cracks behind me. I'm like, oh. And then somebody says hello really loud. It's fucking 8 o'clock in the morning. Just seen that deer walk by. You get this goof walking in here. Like, thinks he owns the place. Like, then he proceeds to tell me, oh yeah, I've been here a long time. He's from St. Louis. 300 yards from where I'm at. I was like, did you not think to kind of take a quick look around to see if anybody else is hunting here? Like, I've been here for several years. He's like, oh no you haven't. I'm like, yeah, I've been coming in a different way until I got cut. I was like, look, okay, I knew where his spot was. I avoided it because I don't want to be around people. I was like, imagine now, okay, say this wasn't all cut. He was still sitting in his little ground blind over there. And I went down to the other end of the old winter road he was on and set up my tree stand and started hunting there. I'd be like, oh, well, I've been up here. You mind if we share it? And like, he's sitting on the trail with the scrapes that I've had there for the last 3 years. I've had the salt block on the other side of the piece, like literally within 100 yards of his tree stand for the last 5 years. So I mean, like, it's just, I don't know. He said he was gonna move, and I told him, I was like, look, I know the area really well. Like, I've walked all these trails, I've walked it all. I've got a bunch of cameras out. It seemed like he was actually not bad of a fella. And I said, look, I told him another spot, like, if I wouldn't have been at this exact location, it's just that I've been here, so why would I move somewhere else? It's actually been working out good until they started coming in here. And I said, told him about the other side and the other piece, and I was like, if you go over there, I'm not there, nobody else is, and there's just as much sign there. And so hopefully he does just do that, and everybody can just get along. Alright, so we're down in along that tamarack swamp. I was hunting in bow season. I had really good activity here for the last few years, but it is a hike to get in here. But guess what I'm doing? I brought some apples in and we're going to try it in here. Because my wife wants a good spot where there's nobody around. And like literally everywhere I've gone, there has been other people this year. It is so ridiculous. And like, I don't know what to do about it this morning. Like, I'm down from it quite a ways. But anyway, here's my setup. I got the 5-amp panel hooked to a flex on this way. And then the other flex looking this way. Anyway, we're going to put it out there. And then I'm either going to set up in that pine, or there's a popple there. Maybe on the popple because it's closer to the trail. Anyway, we got to get this done. I do not want to be in here right now, but the wind is good. That's the main thing, I guess. It's Saturday, November 8th. It's raining right now. It's 6:44 in the morning. It should be enough daylight here in the next 15 minutes. It's not bad at all, that. Like, look at that. Going in the wrong direction, so it's fairly fresh. Look how it's set up. It's not all beat out from the rain. It's a decent buck. But across the road. Just coming back into where I was this morning and got almost to where I wanted to put up a blind. And I jumped a small buck. I think I had like a 7-pointer on camera here. Probably just be a 2-year-old, but it's Sunday, November 9th. There's quite a bit of deer here. My phone died, but last night, just before dark, a vehicle went by, must have spooked a deer down. It ran right up and behind the blind. And it sounded like it stood there for a long time. It's Tuesday, November 11th, Remembrance Day. We've got Erin set up down in her blind, and I'm just going to do a little swing down through some buffers here and some cuts with the kids. Check a few cameras. Okay, so I just checked one of the cameras. I've had a scrape here for a couple years. I'd say there must have been a buck here. Freshen that up. A lot of rubs down through here too. Bang him. Erin just fired a shot. We're gonna head down and have a look. Alright, what happened?
He was coming from this way.
Okay.
And I don't know if I spooked him for a second, but it's like he heard me, took a couple steps back.
He might have smelled you.
I don't know, but then he came down this way. And he stayed between those trees and he waited and waited and waited and waited. So I waited until he felt confident enough to come forward.
Yeah.
And then I shot him. He gave me a good broadside, but he was a little bit front on.
It's okay though.
But I took a shot and he started over that way, so I haven't been able to see.
So what did he do as soon as you shot? Did he jump up like a big kick? Or did he just take off running? Did you know? Was his tail up?
I didn't notice. I think it was up.
Okay, you guys stay here, okay? I'm gonna sneak down in and see.
I can't find blood anywhere, though. I tried to look.
Was he in the middle of the apples?
Yeah, like I'll show you the camera.
RD was 1,000.
Okay. Yeah, I was walking down by, and it's like I seen the white laying there. I'm like, no, it just looks like birch bark, and it's dark enough I couldn't tell. And I seen it looked like running tracks, but just maybe from them traveling in and out.
Holy fuck! I didn't.
Okay.
My heart was going so fast. I'm pretty sure it was my breathing he heard the first time because I was like, so then I had the time to calm back down.
That's awesome.
That is amazing. Thank you,
This
Benny.
is awesome. Okay.
Hey guys, I shot a deer. Little 3-point.
Just talk about Erin's deer here for a second. She was using a Troy Par 223 or 5.56. So it's basically a pump action AR version. Basically, it takes the same magazines and stocks and whatnot. It's a pretty sweet little gun. It's non-registered. You can hunt with it. It comes with a muzzle brake on it. Is the only thing I don't like about it. It's way too loud, but it shoots incredibly well. It's got a 1-in-7 twist. Anyway, she was using a 60 grain varminter, a Sierra varminter. Yes, a varmint round. I did a lot of reading on it. I've known some people that did some neck shots with them. I had full faith in it. She shot that gun extremely well. It's an incredibly good shooting gun. It's fun because it's a pump, so you can rattle out some rounds fairly quick with it. It passed through, but it fragged off. So there's all that's left of that 60 grain. So got that, but she took them perfect right in the armpit. You can't even see the hole hardly, but it did make a bit of a mess. There was a piece that come up through the neck. So, I mean, he only ran 30 or 40 yards. It's Saturday, November 15th. It's -5 and quite windy. I'm glad I'm in a ground blind today. We didn't have any luck this morning, so I think it's kind of just the wrong setup for that wind. So we moved out to another spot here. It's been a fairly good travel corridor. Like you get pretty much every buck I've had on camera here. I've had come through here several times throughout the year and fall and stuff. The last few years. So I travel right around the edge of that. It's Sunday, November 16th. There's an east wind today. There's really no fresh sign of anything on this side. And I really wonder if it's got something to do with the different winds we've had this year. It's the only thing that I can figure that makes sense. It's Monday, November 17th. Yeah, we actually got a couple inches of snow, and it's still kind of snowing here right now. There, we've got some decent snow. I'm gonna go in and walk some old logging roads. I was the first one out the road, which is nice. And not a single thing crossed the trail except for a grouse. Anyway, we're gonna go in here, like I said, walk some old logging roads, and we'll see if we can pick up a track that way. It's Tuesday, November 18th. Didn't see nothing yesterday. Couldn't find a track to save my life. And then I noticed this morning on the way in, there was one that crossed the road in the regular spots. I figured it was probably that 3.5-year-old 8-point I got on camera. Hopefully he'll make it through, because I don't want to shoot him. Like, I mean, if I was just walking through the woods and jumped him, chances are I'd probably shoot him because he looks good, but he's just a young deer. So hopefully he'll make it through. But we're back out here in this piece where I hung a stand the other day. It's the only spot that I know of that's not pressured. So we're gonna sit this for the next few days and see. There's gotta be stuff crossing here at some point. Like, no other options. Damn it. The wind was iffy here. Blowing at me right now. Damn it. I thought I was good. It's Wednesday, November 19th. I didn't have any luck yesterday after those deer blew at me or whatever it was. I went and put a cell cam there where they were. I don't know why I wasn't even thinking, but the wind was supposed to be west and it ended up blowing probably southwest all day, and that's what really kind of ruined me on that. But they were there again after dark, just does, just constant does. I can't believe it. There hasn't been any bucks on those in that spot whatsoever. But 2 hours ago, one of my target bucks was here at my other spot. I was just through here 2 days ago, and it was not that good. It's opened right up again. It's Thursday, November 20th. It is so quiet out here. I can hardly do anything. I've just been slowly walking. If I make too much noise, I've just been grunting. It's Friday, November 21st. I think today with the south wind, I'm just going to go right straight down into that rut funnel. And because it seems like that's definitely where they're all coming out of. So it sucks because it's so calm. I'm just gonna have to creep real slow, probably take me a couple hours to get in there. That's a half decent track right there. Probably a couple days old. See, they like it in here because look at the stuff you gotta go through. It's almost all waist high. Even traveling right on the deer trail. As noisy as it could be, but I think being down in here is the ticket. It's where they all come from. They have to travel through here because of the cuts. So we are gonna find out. Yeah, look at this, like how loud it is. Like, you're not sneaking up on anything, that's for sure. I literally just got in here, I've been sitting for a few minutes, and I swear I heard somebody cough over to my left. Now it's so quiet. It's hard to say, like, if they're over in the cut, or I've never heard an animal cough. 22nd, Saturday. Got today and tomorrow left in rifle season. Had quite a few doe activity here last night. I didn't see anything last night, but I could hear stuff walking down in the swamp breaking glass, or ice, I mean, right at dark, so I just snuck out of there as quiet as I could. There's, like I said, there's a lot of doe activity all night. And here, just right as I'm walking in, I didn't look real quick, but it looks like there's a decent 8-point, maybe 9-point in there. I'm gonna have to look once I get in the stand. But that's the first buck I've had on camera here in, like, I don't know if it's been 3 weeks. Now, I've always suspected they're probably skirting it because there's been a lot of does in here, but anyway, we're gonna see how quiet we can get in here and get set up, because I think he might do the season I've had, and everybody's screwing with all my stuff. This is my last Hail Mary to get something, and I don't know, if a nice 3.5-year-old steps out, there's a high chance he could catch a bullet, so we'll see how these next 2 days go. Deer right over there. Couldn't tell what it is. The sun is in my eyes so bad. But I heard it do a big splash. You can see it creeping, but might have to scope check it here in a minute. It takes so long to sneak in here. It's just cracking daylight. It's Sunday, November 23rd. It's the last day of rifle season for us in New Brunswick. Anyway, that doe and fawn just watched me sit down in my stand. They didn't, like, take off or anything, but I'm sure they'll be back in a bit. There was quite a bit of doe activity here last night. That little buck was here. I don't know, after looking at the pictures and stuff, I don't know if I can shoot that. It might be just a 2-year-old, so anyway, we'll see.
this, but this is the second pile, and I see a third pile up there. I don't know if people are hunting the road, but I'm gonna take it and fire it all right up in the bushes. Well, that's it for the 2025 season for me. I don't know, I'm pretty disappointed, really. It's been bittersweet. It's been quite bitter. I had a couple really nice deer coming in there early season. I was real close during bow season a couple of times because they've been just coming in just after me leaving and whatnot. And then first week in the rifle, like I knew there was something going on the third week of bow because the activity went from like mid-morning, like at least 3 or 4 times a week to nothing. And like even minimal nighttime. So I knew something happened like drastic. And sure enough, the first week in a rifle, that guy sitting in there, literally apple pile 150 yards behind our blind I had set up for my wife, and I wanted to hunt there too because I mean it was a good spot. I've put a lot of work into that spot over the last few years, and he was literally overlooking a scrape that I've run for the last 3 years for sure, if not 4. And I've got great pictures of bucks over the years coming to that all hours of the day, all time of the year, basically, like round the calendar, like. And then so anyway, that spot was pretty much pooch because like it was night and day after that. So he moved. I just pulled the plug on that. I left the camera there, and there was still some does and like a couple of young bucks moving around. But anyway, so I wanted to hunt the spot where I shot a 9-point a few years ago and where I almost got a big one last year. And sure enough, guy hunting right over top of another one of my scrapes. And it's like, man, like when people get into these areas, and he even told me he knew that I was hunting there last year, but yet he come here again this year. It's like, why do people come into these areas where they know there's other people hunting? Because like whether they realize it or not, you're affecting the guy that's spent hundreds of hours in there scouting around picking out the best spots. And sometimes, yeah, it's close to a road, and like you're gonna hunt it because sometimes that's your best sign. And then this is what happens. And then they're like, oh well, geez, an awful good spot. And then they get a picture of your target buck, and then they don't want to leave. They think that they're gonna hunt it. And it's like you can't share a spot like that. It's ridiculous because you're just gonna ruin each other's chances. And sure enough, yeah, he still had a younger one coming in. He posted pictures on Facebook. It's like, what are you doing? Like, so I asked him. I was like, why are you still walking in front of my cameras? I thought you were going to take your stand down. You told me you're going to leave me alone. Nope. Still right in there 200 and 300 yards away from where I had Erin set up, where she actually shot her buck. But again, my target buck's been in there, and I've had him on camera in there for 4 years, and it's a really nice deer. I'd love to get it, but every year something stupid like this seems to happen. And he's a difficult deer because I had him at the other spot that got busted out on the first weekend. Like, he travels around a lot. And some spots you'll get one picture of him and you'll never get a picture of him there again. And anyway, I don't know what to think of it. The spot I've sat the last few days I thought was going to be good, but that guy was in there walking around a lot, everywhere. He said to me, spooked does on a few different occasions. It's just like, just shaking my head as he's telling me, like, you can't, when the area is cut so hard and they have very minimal amounts of woods to move in, if you find a good spot where there's scrapes and there's actually deer moving through, you don't walk around in it every chance you get because you're not going to get deer there. You're like, oh my god. So I don't know what to do, really. It sucks. I'm not going to hunt muzzleloader. I'm not going to spend $800 to $900 to get set up just for 1 week, and I don't even feel like hunting. I'm so discouraged on that. Like, last time I've had that nice buck on camera was on the 18th. Today's the 20th. What is today? The 22nd? 23rd. So anyway, that was the bitter part. The sweet part was Erin shot her first deer. It was great. Me and the kids were there for the recovery, hauled it out. I mean, that's a huge win. Erin grew up and her father passed away at a young age, and he was into hunting, but she never got to experience any of that. So she never even got to shoot guns hardly or anything. So I got her into shooting a little bit, and now that she's taken her first animal, her first deer. I mean, she took a moose there back in 2013, but the deer is a completely different thing because it's kind of a do-it-yourself type hunt, and so very happy about that. We're very lucky to even have that because after all the activity around it, both of them guys, like, right on top of me.
I mean, I still can't believe it because I make a point. Like, I try so hard, and I literally spend hundreds of hours. I spend more time scouting than I do hunting, without a question. And I have 13 cameras that I run to try to get me in these positions. And like I was most confident this year going into the season as pretty much I've ever been, because it was just such good. Like, I finally had some spots narrowed right down. I mean, there's been a lot of cutting in the area, and that does change a little bit, but people hunting right on top of you is what changes it the most. So I'd like to get deeper in the woods, but then you're putting down more scent, you're crossing more of their paths, and I mean, that's going to affect it just as much. So way she goes, I guess. Again, real happy that Erin got hers. I guess I'm just swamped with taxidermy stuff now, and we're gonna do that throughout the winter and kind of see how everything goes. If you guys like this video, just hit the like and subscribe button, and I guess that's all for now. Thanks for watching.